Today I want to share an encounter, and it will surround the topic of listening while having a voice. Thinking about not reacting quickly because you have an order, but listening with de-escalation tactics. And as well as why me? Why me? Why me? Why to the point of why not me? Finally, why not me? So, okay, here we go. This morning I get up, I think it's about 6 something in the morning. I go and, lift a little bit of weights and get on the elliptic machine and blah, 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 blah. And I go through the gate and I notice a person. And this person in my community, in my area, I noticed the crisis team, they were out here yesterday with that person. So then as I'm walking to get through the gate, secured gate, the person starts walking real fast, and I actually get nervous. And normally people don't scare me, but that time of the morning there was nobody around. I thought at that moment, and I was like, oh shoot, I'm in trouble, because they were coming straight for me, right? And it was like, I want to talk to you. Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? And I didn't feel safe. It wasn't that, I did notice all the tattoos on the face and the neck and the this and the that, but I try not to stereotype, but I was looking at like I said, what I noticed yesterday and the way they sped up to get to me this morning. And then where the cars were, the police drives up, and I was like, thank God. And so I said, what do you want to talk about? And I kept backing away as he kept coming closer to me, because I like my distance when dealing with certain people. Dealing with people in general, but give me my space. I need my space. And so I can tell he was in crisis. A young 30-something-year-old male. And so then the police sees the interaction. I guess the police was waiting. And he says a couple of words. And then the person, gets a little further away from me. And then some other people, I guess, that know him came up. And so it comes out that he's like, the young lady says she reminds him, talking about me, of his mother. And I said, oh, okay, I get it. I get that part now. And then the police was telling me that he had a court order, like a Baker Act signed by the judge. Like in Florida it's called Baker Act. Here in Arizona it's called court order. Different states, different names, but what it is, we can hold you, take you in for a certain amount of hours, right? And so I felt then I was like, okay, let me let me listen. And so, once the officer said, he got the court order signed, blah, 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 but I'm trying to talk him down, to take him in. There's a crisis, blah, 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 blah. So the young man starts, he's hesitant, and it takes a while when they're in crisis like that. He was calm but anxious, and it was hard for him to get his words out. But some of the things that he was saying, because I was saying, because you see that blue uniform, are you scared? And the way he reacted to the word scared, I said, I can't use that word anymore, because he was like, I ain't scared, I'll you could tell, don't use that word again, Emily. Do not say that. So, I was saying, just because you see the blue uniform, it's just like looking at a limousine going to take you to a place of safety so that you are not harming yourself or others, that type of thing. And so he kept looking at me for reassurance, and he was, had the paranoia and would say certain things, but I tried to, listen and, it took a minute, and I said, just stand here. Even though my phone was beep, 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 I didn't touch the phone. I just, kept straight looking at him. And then he tried to, when me and the officer was standing there together, he tried to, how somebody try to look either up in the sky or look beyond you so that you can turn your head and look as well. But we didn't fall for that. We kept looking straight, like, yeah, we're concentrating on you, we're here for you, and we want you to make the right decision to go in safely. Just like the officer, when he spoke, he said, I am not here to pounce on you, I'm here as a taxi to take you to blah blah blah, and so that you can get the help that you need, blah 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 blah. And so it took a while, but I bring this up to say, a lot of times in these situations, we can, if the person is anxious, we can react on their anxiousness. If a person is hyper, being very hyper and yelling and cussing and fussing, we can get offended and turn off our listening skills and our de-escalation skills, and it turns into something really crazy. Like I told the officer, I said, this is not going to be easy. You can look at him and tell that it's not going to be easy, and he knew. And I commend the officer for his patience, because he could have handcuffed him and took him right in. He had the order signed from the judge, but he chose to use de-escalation tactics all the way to the point of, I offer you some water, I'll offer you a Monster, I got whatever in the back of this here police car for you, and I'm just going to take you in as a taxi driver. And I just wanted to share that, because it turned out into a beautiful situation where he looked at me and he said a couple of things about death. I guess he was afraid. Said a couple of things about his mom, blah, 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 blah. And, just to reassure him, you're going to be okay. You want to, and he was talking about what people think I'm retarded. People think I'm this and people think I'm that. And I said, you don't worry about what other people say. What matters is you, how you feel inside, and you want to get healthy for you. A lot of times what people say And you'll notice that with troubled people, it hurts what other people say, and they take it to heart what other people say. Even regular, normal people that deal with people in crisis take what people in crisis say offensively. And if we look more at listening when we can, and only, be ready to take somebody down when it comes time. Know when to take somebody down when it comes time, instead of trying to force them to make you do it. It just becomes a beautiful thing when you learn the tactics of listening, de-escalation, and just, letting someone know that you are truly there for them, especially when you're doing that type of work.